Hi, my name is Diana Romano and I am a registered dietitian for Harford County's Office on Aging. As their dietitian, I do nutrition education classes based on things that you request. I do cooking demonstrations and I provide diabetes education and support to 2 of the centers. Right now, this time, we are doing our Farm Fresh program, Fruits and Veggies, More Matters. So I want you to think back to a time when you were a child and your parents made you eat your fruits and vegetables. You may not have appreciated eating them, but they helped to contribute to your growth and development. As you became an adult, you may have given up eating fruits and vegetables, and this may have contributed to a decline in your health and contributed to diabetes, heart disease, or hypertension. Today we're going to learn about why fruits and vegetables matter and how they can reduce your risk of disease. So now many of you who know me know that I like to start with a few statistics. The prevalence of obesity in Maryland is about 28%. It's around the rest of the statistics of the rest of the country. Harford County has a prevalence of obesity that is about 27%. Of adults who are overweight, 45% had high blood pressure, 47% have high cholesterol, and 23% of adults who were obese had diabetes. Chronic disease is a prevalent problem and a source of cost to the country and to the state. Many of these diseases can be prevented. At least 80% of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes, and 40% of some cancers are preventable through proper nutrition, exercise, and the smoking cessation. There is a wealth of studies on fruits and vegetables that demonstrate how the benefit of fruits and vegetables help your health. In 2019, the American Society for Nutrition provided research that showed that by eating fruits and vegetables, we could reduce cardiovascular health. They found that 1 in 7 people die from heart disease and stroke from not eating enough fruit, resulting in at least 2 million deaths. And that by not eating enough vegetables, this resulted in at least 1 million deaths, leading to not eating enough fruits and vegetables. Another researcher who has spent his life providing research on fruits and vegetables is Dr. Walter Willett. He endorses a Mediterranean-style type diet, which you see here. And this particular diet focuses again on plant foods. The base of the diet, actually, if you look at it, does not start with food. It starts with social interaction, people dining together, and movement or exercise. As you go up the pyramid, you see that the next group is the fruits and the vegetables and the whole grains. And then as you move higher up the pyramid into a smaller fashion, you have the seafood and shellfish to be eaten at least 2 times a week. And as you move up farther, you have then the red meats, which are to be eaten occasionally, with the sweets at the very, very top of the menu. As you can see here, these are a lot of the foods that are on that particular plan. Now, if you want to know more information about the Mediterranean diet, please go to Old Ways Preservation, Trust, and Exchange. They have a wealth of information and recipes across the board and across different cultures that will help you up your fruit and vegetable intake. So, are there any studies showing how aging affects the brain? Because aren't we all worried about our brains as we age? A particular study called the Sprint Mind Trial found that by using the DASH diet and by aggressively targeting blood pressure to below 120 millimoles of mercury, that they were able to improve and show a 17% decline in cognition. The study result was actually a secondary benefit of the study. So they've gone back now to do the Sprint Mind Trial 2.0. They've extended the study 2 years, and we are now finding out whether or not there are other benefits to eating fruits and vegetables. So how do you get more fruits and vegetables into your diet? Well, up in Harford County, we have a lot of farmers markets, and my suggestion is that you get out and visit them. Try to experiment with new vegetables and fruits that you might find. And before you go to the farmer's market, perhaps look through some of your recipe books, look through some resources. I know a lot of the grocery stores, in fact, are now offering free magazines with recipes and actually coupons, discount coupons for their food. Other resources are in the grocery line. You might actually find a magazine that talks about plant-based diets and will offer recipes as well. Some fruits and vegetables here can be roasted once and used 2 or 3 times. So one strategy that I use when I'm out cooking on my grill is to cook a large collection of fruits and vegetables. I will eat some of them that night, but then I will save others to put on frittatas, eggs, or as side dishes for other nights. Some fruits and vegetables are considered what we call superfoods. These are foods that contain powerful vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals that help to fight disease, lower hypertension and blood pressure, heart disease, and cholesterol. These particular foods include things like apples, blueberries, cherries, grapes, asparagus. Cruciferous vegetables are particularly helpful at lowering the risk of cancer. And I just want to show you that a product like this, these rainbow slaws that are at the grocery store already kind of pre-made and cut, are very helpful to getting some vegetables into your daily intake. You can make a light dressing using mayonnaise and red wine vinegar, or you could use a light product that is mixed in with this, and voila, within 2 minutes you have a nice side salad. Due to COVID-19, I do want to encourage the intake of fruits and vegetables because these particular superfoods are the ones that are actually going to benefit your immune system and keep you strong at fighting any viruses. Another way to remember how to eat is to eat according to the rainbow. So the rainbow has green, blues, purples, orange, reds, and yellow colors, and I want you thinking like that as you eat. So that would mean that perhaps blueberries could be included in your breakfast oatmeal. At lunch, you could have a peach in your yogurt. Dinner, you could have some vegetables. As a snack, you could have hummus, and you could cut up some carrots and put that into it. But these are all ways of getting those powerful phytonutrients into your daily intake. Summer salads are another easy way to eat. Today we're going to take a look at one that we have here and how some condiments can actually enhance and make them real immune boosters as well. If you are doing that cook once, eat twice, you might want to consider cooking a large piece of fish. You might eat it one night with a vegetable or a salad and as a side dish. The next night you could use the leftover protein onto a larger entree type salad in which you include citrus, nuts, seeds, or berries. So today we're going to make salsa. Salsa is such a versatile ingredient and provides many health benefits. Today we are going to make 2 salsas. The idea with making salsas is to choose your base. You can use tomatoes, tomatillas, or you could use mango or strawberry. This first salsa that I am going to make is going to be a tomato-based one. So you just cut up the tomatoes into large chunks. Now there are different ways. You can make a pureed salsa by throwing everything into the blender, but I am making a chunky salsa. And when making a chunky salsa from the type of tomatoes that you get from your garden, I pull out a lot of the seeds and the juice so that it doesn't pool in the bottom of the salsa that we are going to make and become sort of soggy. So we're going to do that. If you are using Roma tomatoes, they're a little drier. A Roma tomato is this longer tomato, and this one doesn't have as much juice. So you can just dice that up into the size that you want. So we're going to get this out, and then we're just going to dice. Small dice, large dice, doesn't matter. It's whatever you prefer. So I have some already started here, and we are going to just add these to that particular one. The next thing you want to pick is your onion. You can pick a red onion or you can pick a white onion. Onions hold some heat. So a little trick that I found out while researching is that if you want to lessen the heat in your onion, you can chop up the onion and soak it in your lime juice or your tomato juice, and it will help to take away some of that heat if that bothers you. The next step is to pick your heat, and that is in the form of a jalapeno pepper. Now again, I've already added that to mine, but I do want to show you how to go about seeding it. So you just cut it in half. This is where in the seeds you're going to get the heat for your salsa. If you like a fiery, hot salsa, please use all the seeds. If you don't, then just de-seed it. You can do it like this and just press them out. And then cut this up into small bits, which we have here, and add that. Now, another way that you can get enhanced flavor in your salsa is to roast these vegetables. So if you're outdoors and you are roasting vegetables on a grill, by roasting them, you will be able to enhance their flavor and give it a really nice flavor. So char it lightly, don't burn it. The next thing you want to add is your garlic. Your garlic also adds heat, so I'm only using one garlic, one little clove. And a clove is one small piece in this whole bowl. The next thing for flavor is your spices or herbs. I am adding a half a cup of cilantro. If you are an individual who doesn't like cilantro because you have that gene that makes the cilantro taste like soap in your mouth, you can use regular parsley. And here we have some nice parsley, and that also gives a nice flavor to your salsa. I like to add a healthy dose of cumin, so I will be adding about a teaspoon. And then I really like ramping up my flavor. And oregano has a nice aromatic flavor to it. It also is an antiviral. So while I advocate these things during times of flu season, I am even advocating them a little bit more now. We want to add, your pinch of salt, your pepper, and then you just stir. Does this not look beautiful? I can smell it. It's wonderful. Now, finally, you add your juice, your acidic lemon juice to all of this. Some people might add a little olive oil. I just go ahead and add the lemon juice. Okay. And it smells, I can smell it right now. It smells lovely. And here we are. This is your tomato-based salsa. Literally took 5 minutes. Now, the other salsa that I have here to show you today is a salsa that has black beans and mango. This is a 15-ounce can of black beans, and actually it's a low sodium can of black beans. So if you're dealing with hypertension or heart disease or kidney problems, you really should look for low sodium canned beans. If you can't find low sodium canned beans, then you can take your beans, put them into a colander and rinse them out, and that will help take away about 1/3 of the salt that's in there. So we're going to just put the beans into the bowl. This is 3/4 of a cup of mango. Now in this particular recipe, it calls for a chipotle adobo sauce, and this is the can. It is a small can, but most of the time when people are actually making these dishes, they only use a tiny bit. And in this particular recipe, it calls for just a teaspoon. So what do you do with all this extra sauce so that you're not wasting it? I put it into a baggie like this, and then I throw it into the freezer so that I can use it the next time when I only need a small amount. So you put that through. I can smell the smokiness right now coming out. Here we have our ½ cup of cilantro, a little red pepper, our red onion, and our lime juice. Again, you can smell the smoky flavors and the freshness of the cilantro coming through. Doesn't it look beautiful? And then, if you wanted to use this in tacos, you could, but this also becomes a wonderful chutney or side condiment to that entree-based salad that I was talking about, where you get your protein from a little bit of animal meat, but you've got these nice fruits, vegetables, and beans to also complement it. One of the things that always comes up with eating salsa is your chips. Chips are not the healthiest thing. So again, I'm encouraging that you dip with your carrots or whatnot. But if you were looking for a healthy particular product, this Bonitos is a really nice product. It is made from beans. They have different flavors. And in this particular one, you get 5 grams of protein and 4 grams of fiber, which is really critical to our bodies as we age. So now I am going to go back to the health benefits of what salsa provides. So what are some of the health benefits of salsa? Well, it's a good dose of vitamin C. As you can see, using the tomatoes, the onions, the mangoes, those are all foods that are very rich in vitamin C, and they help to promote healthy aging. Salsa actually helps to stabilize blood sugar. Why? Because all salsas come from plants, and plant foods generally are very low in sugar, and this fiber helps to manage blood sugar levels. As adults, men generally need between 30 and 35 grams of fiber a day. Women need between 25 and 30. This particular salsa here provides about 5 grams of fiber, so a good portion of your daily needs. As we age, it becomes harder and harder to get the fluids that we need, and some seniors suffer from urinary tract infections or dehydration in hot weather. Since 95% of the tomato's weight comes from water, as most vegetables like the onions and the mango and the peppers, you are getting a dose of fluid. So make this a part of your daily intake, and you will help to keep your body hydrated. Eating fiber may help to prevent cancer. As you can see, all these things are plant-based foods. They contain lycopene, which has been found to be particularly helpful in the protection of breast cancer and prostate cancer, and it does promote bone health. All these things contain vitamins A, B, C, D, and K, which we need for strengthening the immune system. And tomatoes also contain minerals like potassium, calcium, zinc. So if you're someone who can't eat dairy, there is small doses of calcium even in your fruits and vegetables, particularly your tomatoes. Guess what? Eating jalapenos may help to rev your metabolism and help you to lose some weight by burning fat. That, or you can try salsa dancing, like the bottom of the pyramid suggests, and you too can burn some calories. It's healthy for your heart. Actually, all these plant sources help with lowering cholesterol. So as you can see, there isn't the buildup in the artery wall. So another benefit of salsa is that it is low in calories and full of flavor. 1 tablespoon of salsa contains about 10 calories, and as we age, we find that seniors tend to experience some death of cells on their tongue so that they can't taste flavor, and they may lose their appetite, lose weight, which can cause them to become weak. By adding these wonderful flavors and fragrances to their meals, we hope that they will enjoy the meats and the vegetables and things like that and have a better, well-rounded diet. Products that contain salsa all contain high potassium foods. And if you are a senior on a diuretic, a blood pressure medication that helps to get rid of some of the fluid in your body, your physician will likely have told you to eat a banana, well, because of its high potassium level. Well, surprisingly, there are more foods out there that contain high potassium levels that you can eat. So for a variety of different things, look at this slide and begin to see that all the fruits and vegetables that are here are foods that can provide additional sources of potassium to your diet so that you are not just stuck with eating bananas every day. Salsa is a good source of quercetin. Quercetin is a pigment in certain vegetables and fruits that helps to have an anti-cancer and an antiviral and antihistamine effect. Antihistamine is important in terms of keeping the respiratory system open. We find quercetin to be in products like your onions and your apples. So the doctor wasn't wrong when he said an apple a day can keep the doctor away. Limes are high in citric acid, which can protect against kidney stones. So if anyone is suffering from kidney stones, keeping your water levels high, as well as the citric acid, can go a long way to dissolving them and preventing them from happening. And finally, here are your 2 healthier dipping choices. In addition to the Benito's product, Tostitos has a nice baked product, but they're hard to find. So in summing up all the benefits that fruits and vegetables can provide, they will help to lower blood pressure, they can reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke, better control your diabetes should you have it. The lutein in certain vegetables help to protect your eyes and delay the onset of cataracts, and they can keep your appetite in check so that you're just not eating too much. So in conclusion, the benefit of eating fruits and vegetables is that it can lower your blood pressure, help to prevent heart disease and high cholesterol, manage your diabetes and its numbers. It is also important in lowering the risk of eye and digestive diseases, and it can keep your appetite in check so that we don't gain more weight and become more immobile. Thank you for joining me today, and get out there and eat your servings of fruits and vegetables.